Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the June 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go and get into it here. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at anything that's coming for the month of June, so any big messages there for you. Column number 2, we're going to talk about anything related to money. Column number 3, we're going to talk about anything related to love. And in the 4th and final column here, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. It's almost like advice for the month of June. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and get into it. Again, column number 1, any big messages coming for the month of June. So let's see what summary affirmation card you have here, Cancer. We have the card Perspective. So this is a pretty literal card. I feel like your perspective on something is changing. You're gaining perspective, gaining knowledge of some sort here. But again, definitely a change in perspective for you. Okay. So, taking a look at our cards here, first we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a patience card here, Cancer. So I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give you here is to be patient. I feel like there's something you really want, there's something you're feeling really down about, but you don't want to give up hope. You don't want to just give up on it. We need to hold out a little bit longer. You need to keep being patient. You'll be glad you waited for this. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. You can see the sky is dark, the person's laid down flat, they have all these swords stuck in them. This is like feeling like we're in a low spot. I feel like you're feeling really defeated that this thing hasn't happened yet. But I'm hoping maybe perhaps this reading here will give you the perspective to hang on a little bit longer, the hope to hang on a little bit longer. The bottom at the card at the bottom here is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So this is a great card to have in your corner, in your column here, Cancer. I do feel like you're going to get exactly what you want. You're going to come out as victory. You're going to get the win. You're going to get the success. If you look at this rider, though, they're coming back from battle, and I feel like you're in the thick of the battle. You're not wanting to wait. You're feeling like you're in a low place. But it's like if we hold out just a little bit longer, I feel like we're going to get that success. We're going to get that win that we have been wanting. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card. This is withdrawing, retreating. I feel like you really want to move on here, Cancer. Again, you're over it. I feel like you've kind of lost hope on it, but I wouldn't move on just yet. I think you can withdraw, retreat, think this through, but again, you need to gain the perspective. You need to gain the willingness to find that patience a little bit longer. The next card we have is the Eight of Swords. This is a card of self-imposed restrictions. So I feel like you do have to hold yourself here. Again, you want to move on. You want to just get away from this. But I feel like we have to hold out just a little bit longer. Wait a little bit longer here, Cancer. Again, this is isolating. So I do feel like there's this little bit of withdrawal, this little bit of isolation that's happening. But as long as you don't just give up on it, it's okay to have that kind of moment of going within and finding that motivation again. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot was once described to me as the vroom vroom card. It's action, it's change, this is all part of the journey. So there really are things moving, there are things shifting, and again, it's going to break loose for you here, and you're going to get that victory, you're going to get that win, that success. All right, looking at our next column, let's talk about anything related to anything related to money. So, quick money message for you. Money is always moving in alignment with your thoughts. Always focus your attention on where you want your money to be rather than where you currently are. So, in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here. So first up we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of financial gain, so I like to see this. I think some of you are getting a raise, getting a bonus. Maybe it's like a merit increase, some sort of review. But I do feel like financial gain is coming in here for you. So I like to see that little boost of money coming your way here, Cancer. The next card that we have is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card. I feel like you have the world in your hands. There's lots of potential, but I don't know that we want what we have right now. So I think that needs to be unpacked a little bit, Cancer. I think we need to work through that. I feel like this little boost in money is going to smooth things over. But again, I feel like you have the world in your hand and you're looking for something other than what you have. So I feel like you want to plan something else. I feel like you just see all these other things when you're holding the world and it's not what you have. The next card that we have is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of competition, defending ourselves. Perhaps that's some of the issues that we have. I feel like there's a lot of competition at your current company. I feel like you have to justify your work. You have to defend your actions a lot. So again, I just feel like we're wanting something other than what we have. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card. This is... I feel like this is interesting. I feel like we need to make some changes. Again, I think this little boost of money, the bonus, the raise, whatever it may be, it's going to soothe things for a little bit, but I feel like we need to start making some changes. I feel like we need to start going down a different road. We need to start going down a different path. I do feel like there could be like some illusion or delusion here. Like maybe they just keep promising you things, but then they don't happen. So it's a little bit deceiving perhaps. But again, I feel like we need to start making some changes, Cancer. The next card that we have is the Tower card. This is like unwanted change. So again, I feel like we need to make change, but it's easy to just kind of stay put. But again, you're wanting something you don't have. So this feels like upheaval. I feel like you've been here for a while too, and it feels hard to make the move, right? At the bottom, we have the Seven of Swords. This is a card of moving on. Again, I feel like for some of you, we do need to move on. I don't know that we're going to be ready quite this month. But again, we have to start making some changes. We have to start planning here. With the Seven of Swords, this can also be like theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I kind of touched on that a little bit at the column higher, or the cards higher. Like I feel like there could be things that are being promised that are not happening. There could be lots of competition. Yeah, I think in the near future, Cancer, let's revisit this in maybe next month. But it's like something's got to give here. Something's got to change. Again, I think you're going to get a little bit of money and that's going to soothe it over for now. You're still wanting something that you don't have. So we need to work on altering that current reality. All right, looking at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to love. So in our love column, it says, power, you instinctively know what's right for you and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Cancer. So first up, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is like new project, new creative idea, new inspiration. So I feel like we want to do something new here in terms of love. Maybe you want to grow your family. Maybe you want to start a hobby with your family. Like maybe we're all going to start bowling or something. But you're feeling really motivated. You're feeling really inspired to do something new. In a relationship or with your family. It feels very family oriented here. The next card we have is the Knight of Wands. This is a card of freedom. This is a card of creativity. I do feel like we have the ability, you have like the freedom, the flexibility to take on whatever this thing is. So whatever you're feeling the urge to do, whatever you're feeling inspired to do, again, I feel like you have the freedom, you have the flexibility to do so. Also, it's good for like the creative juices. Again, I feel like there's like this hobby or this undertaking that you want to do together. Again, you're feeling very inspired, very motivated here. The next card we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is something that goes unexpected, unplanned. So something unplanned happened, but again, it's motivated you, it's inspired you. Perhaps, like, let's say you joined dodgeball, but not enough people signed up for dodgeball, so now again, you have the freedom, the flexibility. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling there for you. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands has a ton of different meanings, but there is like a meaning of sport. So again, I feel like there's some sort of hobby, some sort of activity. You're feeling very motivated, very inspired to go do something. And again, I feel like it's family oriented or like relationship oriented for some of you. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a turning point. This is good luck, good fortune. But again, we're in the position where we can do this, Cancer. We have the flexibility to do it. And at the bottom here, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card. I feel like this is really favorable for you, so I like to see this. So I feel like this thing that didn't go as planned actually is really beneficial for you. Again, because it didn't work out, now you have the ability to go be inspired and pursue this other thing you're interested in. All right, let's take a look at our fourth and final column now, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card of surface. So surface is an important one, Cancer. Think about having a bubble around yourself. And with that bubble, you only absorb the good things, and all the bad things just kind of bounce off of your bubble. They bounce right off the surface. So we don't want to let anything pass the surface that's not good for us. But let's take a look, see what messages we've got here. Thinking about having your bubble on, which I love to see. So first up we have the Queen of Swords. This is a very honest card. This is a big time communication card. But I feel like you need to even be selective about some of the things you hear. So I feel like there's information coming in, Cancer, but it's like, do we absorb that information or do we let it pass? Especially like if there's gossip or there's drama or it's like he said, she said type things. So I feel like the things we hear, we need to be selective if we absorb them or not. The next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. These are the things that we want. These are the long-term things that we want. Again, are the things that we are taking on helping us move towards the things that we want, or are they taking away from the things that we want? At the bottom, we have the Moon card. Not all information we hear is accurate information. Remember with the Moon card earlier, there was like some delusion or illusion, or I would maybe even say like misinformation. So again, we have to be thoughtful about the things that we hear, and if we take them to heart and if we let them impact us and impact the path that we're on. So again, I feel like we just need to be careful with information and how we handle it and how we absorb it. So we have the Queen of Swords on top of the Queen of Swords. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love this happens. Very crisp, clear message. So again, I feel like there's going to be a lot of information, a lot of swirl this month, and it's what do we do with that information? How do we handle that? The next card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is like working smarter, not harder. This is being skilled. This is enjoying the things we do. So again, we need to be careful with what we hear. Only let in the things that bring us happiness. Only let in the things that bring us joy. Only let in things that move us closer to the goals, not things that take away from who we are and what we want to be. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very healing, very nurturing, very supportive. You need to focus on supporting the things that you want. You need to take action and change around the things that you want that support that kind of long-term goal for you. And we need to avoid all the things that aren't supporting what we're trying to accomplish here, Cancer. All right, now I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the 9 of Diamonds. The number 39 card, that's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 6 of Diamonds, number 51 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the Queen of Hearts, the number 23 card. This is going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of June. You have agate, which is good for calm, retreat, stability, protects from outside influences. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. We can all always use more healing. It says, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow. That helps me greatly as I'm trying to grow my channel. Also, if you're subscribed, you'll be notified when I post new content. I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful month of June.